to Minnesota, yet Kentucky, coached by John Calipari, lost its first game of the SEC tournament this past year and then lost in the first round of the NCAAs as a 3 seed to 14 seed Oakland. So now that Calipari is the new coach at Arkansas, Keyshawn, start us off here. How concerned should Razorback fans be about how a team with Reed and Dillingham underachieved?
I don't think they should be worried about it at all. I mean, you got to look at everything in context put to it, Skip. The days were numbered at Kentucky for Coach Cal. They just were. Not just this year, going into the year, this past season, even the year before. Just the whole, it was like sour grapes in the field. Every year, over the last couple of years, he had to meet with the trustees. He had to meet with the athletic department to make decisions on how they wanted to go. The NIL changed things, and the money dried up. You know, Kentucky, they ain't got no money. Blue blood. They got the horses, they got the liquor, they got all that.
They do.
They got all the bourbon, everything. But it dried up. And so when you got, no, it dried up. So they wasn't giving it to them no more. So when you got two young men that's dominant like this young, they ain't not thinking about no damn tournament. They just not, Skip. Okay, they come there.
Do you have any competitive pride to you?
But it's not that. If you look at it, these teams that are making deep runs, it's not fictitious. They got older guys. They just do. They got plucking older guys. So Coach Cal's way in his approach is kind of, it bit him in the rear end, so to speak, because other people went in the portal and they start grabbing guys and they get older guys, junior college guys. So it became all of that where he was just like, I'm here to develop you to go get that money. That's what we hear. Them kids say, I don't necessarily have to go to class because I'm leaving here in 5 months any damn way. In the mindset, I'm trying to get ready for the NBA combine. I'm trying to get ready for the draft. So I'm not looking at it. Now, when you go into Arkansas, they feel his approach is different. As he said, he's got to approach things differently. He's changing his model now. Not only that, he's got his top assistants going with him, who left Louisville or got fired from Louisville now, joins him again. So now, all of a sudden, the crew is back together again. The band is back together again. Arkansas should be excited about the opportunity because his approach is going to be different. Now, if you ask me next year, and they wind up getting bounced by whatever team, what was it, Oakland? And not Oakland from Northern California, it was Oakland
from Detroit.
From Detroit, they get bounced by one of those type of teams again. Yeah. As you would say, Skip, you got me. You got me, but I don't think that that's going to be the case.
All right.
Well, first of all, because how concerned should the Razorbacks, Arkansas Razorbacks be? Because he had two lottery picks.
Where is Arkansas?
Yeah, I mean, I know where the Razorbacks, early 90s, you know, Corliss Williams, Thurman Thompson. I know about the Arkansas Razorbacks. I just don't know where Vanderbilt is. But
same conference. Same conference.
Right. You know, might as well be the G League Ignite. They just came out of nowhere, Vanderbilt.
And they got money.
They just put it together, huh? No, but look.
They got Jerry money. They got Walmart money.
Tyson money.
Tyson money, yeah.
What Calipari brings to the table, if I'm a kid and I'm in Arkansas, I'm like, oh, you know what? We're going to start getting some 5-star recruits now.
They got a whole bunch of them.
We're going to start getting, so there's no concern there. Oh, if I'm a kid, Calipari, now I want to go to Arkansas because you know what? He puts guys in the NBA. Fans in Arkansas, y'all should be excited because now you're going to have more NBA prospects coming to your school, and there's going to be more excitement built around your program, and you're going to have an opportunity to win a national championship. It's hard to win in college, Skip. I was on the #1 team for 3 years. We didn't win.
That's your fault.
No, I was on the #1 team in the nation. It's hard to win. Now, look at these names Calipari even had. Shea Gilgeous, Anthony Davis. Anthony won.
He won. That's the only championship
That's the only championship he won.
2012.
But it don't matter. I'm putting guys in the league. I'm putting 5-star. I'm putting guys, and I'm not only putting them in the league. I'm turning these guys into superstars. These guys are superstars once they get their game translates to the league under Calipari. Look at this. Devin Booker, Tyrese Maxey, Bam Adebayo, Carl Towns, Julius Randle. These guys was all-stars this year.
Every last one of them names, you know me, I count the money. they're going to make over $250 million in their career.
And guess what? I left out Darren Fox.
Yes, you did, and
Jamal Murray. I mean, you should be excited. And now you get Rob Dillingham and Reed to the NBA top 10.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. As a kid, I'm looking forward to going to Arkansas now. I want to play. So you Razorback fans, you should not be concerned because I'm bringing excitement to the building. I'm bringing 5-star recruits to the room, and I'm bringing future Hall of Famers to the program.
Not only that, when your sports programs are good, as you know, Skip, the enrollment goes up. People actually start looking at going to your university when your teams are good and there's notoriety.
Okay, you just listed all those stars.
Yeah.
All those all-stars.
I played for Calipari.
And again, only once did they break through. As hard as it is to win in college, they broke through one time in 2012. That's 13 years ago and won a championship.
It's hard to win.
How do you think Kentucky fans are left feeling about Coach Cal? I think
mixed feelings.
They're let down. They feel like
this is not. Listen, this is your alumni. This is who's coming back to Kentucky to be honored.
You can root for them in pro basketball, but you were having a hard time rooting for them in college basketball because they kept flaming out prematurely. They just did.
So Skip, he read off that list, right? And that's just Coach Cal. If you go all the way back to Rick Pitino and you run off that list, it's going to be the same type of list.
Yeah.
It really is. And they only got one. And then you go to Tubby. You run off. No, Rick only got one in Kentucky.
Well,
right?
Tubby got one. That's right.
Yeah, Tubby got one. So if you run off Tubby's list, he got one.
Right.
It's hard to win.
That's true. It's true.
They all gonna have these players because it's Kentucky.
Yep.
Keyshawn, I just look at the last 4 Kentucky teams. If I go back 4 years ago, they missed the NCAAs. They were so bad they didn't even make that.
Man, I'm trying to get to the combine.
Okay, and then the next year they
a lot of them are 1 and out too, Skip.
Okay.
A lot of them are
They're all.
one and done.
Not even
all of them are
ain't
one
even
and done.
one and done. 6 months and done.
Yeah.
But then the next year they lose to 15 seed St. Peter's, and then
I'm
the
trying to
next
stay
year they
healthy.
lose in the second round to Kansas State, and then they lose to Oakland. And if I look at the SEC tournament, which matters to those Kentucky fans because it's a big deal to go to this town called Nashville. It's way out there in the sticks, but everybody wants to actually go to Nashville for the SEC tournament because it's a big trip and it's a fun weekend, right? And yet, I look at what's happened. They flamed out in their first game 3 of the last 4 years, made it to the second game one time, and never even got close to the championship game. That matters to those Kentucky fans.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
So here's the point. I know Coach Cal. You really know Coach Cal. I don't know if you've been around him a little bit here and there.
A little bit here and there.
He's really fun to be around because he's a really good dude.
Yeah.
Is it possible he's a great recruiter who's a pretty lousy basketball coach? Is that possible?
No.
It's possible.
No, not at all.
Okay? Because I can make a case that no program in the history of college basketball has underperformed like all of his Kentucky teams underperformed. And I can make a case that because of his personality and charisma, that no coach in any sport has gotten a bigger pass over time than Coach Cal has gotten because of his relationship with the media, where everybody says, well, you know, they're one and dones and all that. Listen, if you're a basketball coach and I give you Reed Shepherd and Rob Dillingham and a bunch of other kids who are highly recruited, you got to do better than losing 10 games and then losing to Oakland.
I understand that, but the mindset and the mentality. Okay, so let me get my bearing straight here. So if I hand those same players right there and I gave them right now in this day and age to Coach K, do you think they win the national title?
Well, I think they'd go a long way.
You think they? No, hold on. I'm gonna get him. So
okay, let's do Larry Brown because listen, to me he's the greatest coach ever combined.
No, I'm doing Coach K. Larry Brown been in the pros. I'm not doing Larry Brown.
Okay.
I'm doing Coach K.
All right.
If I gave him the same players, they not even going to the library. They going to the cafeteria. They going to the gym to work out. He ain't going. These are their mindsets are different. Okay, when you look at the success that Coach K had, them dudes was in their second and third year, and in fourth year. Oh no, all the time. His one and dones, they didn't want no national titles with the one and dones.
Right.
He didn't even want to take one and dones. He literally.
At the end, he started.
And it still didn't work out for him.
All right. I just think, like, Larry Brown is a basketball coach to me. If you give him this, he's just going to say, you know what, I'll figure this out. And I'm going to drive these kids to say, you know, we all have pride in who we are. You had pride. When you were in college, you weren't thinking of just pro football. You wanted to go win the national championship or at least the Rose Bowl.
I wanted to give it a try.
That's not the mindset.
But at the same time, you best believe when I was out on that field, I played as hard as I could